Gentlemen, let me ask you something. You eat clean, drink plenty of water, avoid red meat, even walk every morning. You've been doing everything right. So why do you still feel softer, weaker, or less driven than you did 10 years ago? The answer might shock you. It's not age, it's estrogen. Yes, you heard that right. Even men produce estrogen. And after 60, certain healthy habits can quietly raise it to levels that sabotage your testosterone, the very hormone that keeps your muscles firm, your mind sharp, and your confidence alive. I see it every week in my clinic. Men who think they're doing everything right, drinking too much water, eating soy, fasting, overtraining, and yet their blood work shows the same thing: testosterone dropping, estrogen climbing. I'm Dr. Evelyn Hart, a urologist specializing in men's vitality after 60. And today, I'm going to reveal 5 common habits that look healthy, but are actually testosterone killers. Plus, I'll show you what to do instead to balance your hormones naturally and feel like yourself again. So if you've been wondering why your strength, mood, or drive isn't what it used to be, stay with me. The first healthy habit on this list might be something you're doing every single morning before breakfast. Let's start with the first so-called healthy habit: drinking too much water. I know what you're thinking. But Dr. Hart, everyone says hydration is key. Yes, it is. But here's what no one tells men over 60. When you drink plain water all day, especially those trendy detox waters that flush everything out, you're not just removing toxins. You're also washing away essential minerals like zinc and magnesium, the 2 building blocks your body needs to make testosterone. Zinc, in particular, is your hormonal spark plug. It's the mineral that tells your brain to release luteinizing hormone, the exact signal that tells your testes to produce testosterone. When you overhydrate, that mineral signal gets weaker, your electrolytes drop, and your testosterone production quietly slows down. So, if you're drinking 3 or 4 liters of plain water daily and still feeling tired, soft, or unmotivated, this might be why. Your body is hydrated, but hormonally empty. The fix is simple: replace 1 or 2 glasses of plain water with mineralized water. Add a pinch of sea salt, or squeeze a bit of lemon. It gives your cells the charge they need to restore hormonal balance. And once you do this for even a week, you'll feel the difference. Steadier energy, better focus, and more stable mornings. But this is just the beginning, because the next healthy habit on the list, something millions of men eat every day, actually mimics estrogen inside your body. The second healthy habit is one that shocks most men when they hear it: eating too much soy or flaxseed. For years, these foods have been marketed as heart-healthy and great sources of plant protein. But here's the catch: they're loaded with phytoestrogens. Phytoestrogens are plant compounds that look almost identical to human estrogen. When you eat them daily, soy milk in your coffee, tofu for lunch, flaxseed in your smoothie, your body can mistake them for real estrogen. And once that happens, your own testosterone production slows down. A Harvard study found that men consuming just 2 servings of soy per day had a 19% reduction in free testosterone within 3 weeks. It doesn't mean soy is poison. It means moderation matters, especially after 60, when your hormone balance is already delicate. If you're relying on soy protein shakes or flaxseed smoothies, thinking you're eating clean, you might actually be flooding your system with estrogen mimics. The fix is simple: rotate your protein sources, use eggs, lentils, or whey isolate instead of soy. Within days, your body will start restoring its natural hormonal rhythm again. And while diet plays a big role, your training style can make or break your testosterone too, because the next so-called healthy habit, long, exhausting cardio, can drain your hormones faster than sugar ever could. The third healthy habit that's secretly lowering your testosterone is one most men over 60 are proud of: doing lots of cardio or fasting too aggressively. You might think, I'm keeping my heart healthy and burning fat. And that's true. But there's a hidden cost. When you push your body too hard or go too long without food, your cortisol levels spike. And cortisol, the stress hormone, does something sneaky. It steals the same raw materials your body needs to make testosterone. Think of cortisol and testosterone as two sides of a seesaw. When one goes up, the other must go down. And when cortisol stays high, from long jogs, intense fasting, or constant stress, your body starts converting testosterone into estrogen faster. That's why so many men who run daily, or skip breakfast in the name of health, often end up feeling fatigued, anxious, or even notice a drop in libido. It's not the running, it's the hormonal stress response behind it. The fix? Keep movement light and strategic. Walk 20-30 minutes. Lift moderate weights twice a week, and never let yourself stay hungry for too long. Your body performs best when it feels safe, not starved. And if you think the problem ends with your diet or exercise, think again. Because the next healthy habit might be hiding in your water bottle or frying pan, and it's quietly flooding your body with fake estrogen every single day. The fourth healthy habit that's quietly raising your estrogen is right there in your kitchen, your plastic water bottles and your non-stick frying pans. Most men have no idea that these everyday tools are leaking estrogen-like chemicals into their food and drinks. They're called BPA, phthalates, and PFOA. And here's the scary truth. They mimic estrogen so perfectly that your body can't tell the difference. Each sip from a warm plastic bottle or each meal cooked on an old non-stick pan sends tiny doses of these chemicals into your bloodstream. Over time, they accumulate, bind to your hormone receptors, and block testosterone's signal, almost like pouring glue into your body's communication network. One recent study found that men with the highest BPA exposure had 35% lower testosterone than those with the lowest. So even if your diet and exercise are perfect, you could still be drowning in fake hormones every day. The fix? Switch to stainless steel or glass bottles, and use cast iron or ceramic pans instead of those cheap non-stick ones. It's a small change, but your hormones will thank you for it. And speaking of hidden hormone traps, the next habit might surprise you most of all, because it's something you do every single night, and it quietly kills testosterone while you sleep. And finally, the fifth habit, the one that silently kills testosterone while you sleep. Every night, millions of men go to bed with their phones glowing inches from their face, checking news, messages, or watching videos until their eyes blur. They think it's harmless. But that blue light from your screen is tricking your brain into believing it's still daytime. When that happens, your pineal gland stops releasing melatonin, the hormone that tells your body to rest. And that's when the real damage begins. Because deep sleep isn't just rest. It's when your brain releases growth hormone and your body produces the majority of its testosterone. If you miss that window, staying up past midnight, scrolling endlessly, your body literally loses its chance to rebuild testosterone for the next day. And that's why so many men wake up groggy, unmotivated, and without that natural morning vitality. The fix? Turn off all screens an hour before bed. Use dim, warm light in your bedroom. And if you want to go one step further, wear blue light blocking glasses after sunset. It sounds simple, but within a week, your sleep deepens, your morning energy rises, and your hormones start realigning naturally. And when you combine all 5 of these fixes, hydration, diet, training, environment, and sleep, you'll feel your strength, focus, and drive return like it did decades ago. Gentlemen, your body isn't broken. It's just reacting to the world you live in. Years of stress, processed foods, late nights, and environmental toxins slowly tilt your hormones out of balance. And suddenly, you wake up one morning wondering where your energy, strength, and drive went. But here's the truth. You don't need injections, expensive pills, or extreme diets to fix this. You need to restore the rhythm your body was designed to follow. Hydrate with minerals, not just water. Eat foods that support testosterone, not mimic estrogen. Train to build, not exhaust. Protect your body from fake hormones in plastics and cookware, and sleep like a man who respects his biology, not his phone. When you make these small changes together, They create what I call the male restoration loop, a natural cycle where better sleep boosts testosterone, stronger hormones improve circulation, and good blood flow fuels deeper sleep and sharper focus again. That's the path to real vitality after 60, not chasing youth, but rebuilding balance, because when your hormones are steady, your energy follows, your mood lifts, and yes, even your confidence returns, naturally. You're not getting older. You're just learning how to align with your body again. Gentlemen, if this video opened your eyes, don't just close the tab, take one small step today. Choose one of these habits to fix first. Maybe it's cutting back on soy, switching your water bottle, or finally putting your phone away before bed. Because even one small correction can start the hormonal reset your body has been waiting for. If you found this helpful, please tap the like button. Subscribe for more weekly tips on natural blood flow support and hormonal vitality after 60. And tell me in the comments, which habit surprised you the most today? I personally read and reply to as many as I can. And in my next video, I'll reveal the one bedtime drink that helps your body produce more testosterone overnight, naturally, without any supplements or drugs. So make sure your notifications are on because you won't want to miss this one. I'm Dr. Evelyn Hart, reminding you that your strength, your focus, and your drive were never lost. They were just waiting for you to bring your body back into balance. Disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, or replace medical advice. Always consult your physician before making significant changes to your diet, exercise, or supplement routine, especially if you're managing health conditions or taking medications.